test slash rant video. But I'm gonna say from the top, some of you are probably like, hey man, where's that update on the service history for the 2015 Navigator? I promise you, I am working on it. It's the holidays. You guys know what I'm going through, so moving on. But speaking of the holidays, I'm kind of wondering why we put ourselves through so much stress over Christmas, really. I see that more and more of us are ordering from places like Amazon and stuff like that. And with all that being said, even that is so busy that I'm seeing a lot more people driving around in like Hertz Penske trucks and U-Hauls and stuff like that, like budget rental trucks. I'm seeing a lot of that. And I know that a lot of it has to do with the fact that a lot of the Amazon drop shipping is third-party operated, owned and operated. And a lot of those companies are going belly up for whatever reason, or they're deciding it's not worth it, so they're pulling out. And I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of civilians driving around in, you know, Toyotas, Hondas, whatever, just their personal cars delivering packages as well. This is no big surprise because it's been going on for a while, but it's total and complete madness. I also want to talk about cell phone providers really quick. If any of you guys are AT&T subscribers, please let us know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about it, because they have recently been gouging me. My bill jumped roughly $50 to $60. So I got angry and I moved to US Mobile. So that's the other thing I want to tell you here in this video. So far, US Mobile has been pretty impressive. I ported one of my lines out to send them a message. And that message is, if they do not get this in order, I'm just gonna move all of our phone lines. So I've got 6 lines and internet. I'll keep the internet, but I'll move all that. The rest of those lines, I'll move them somewhere else. I'll move them to another carrier who will give me a better deal. But right now, I just don't think anyone's gonna really do me much better than somewhere where I can just pay up front for the whole year and I don't have to worry about like getting all these surprise bills, because the savings would roughly be, I estimated that at the rate things are going and the way they're charging me now, that I will be spending a little over $4,100 a year. That's right, $4,100 and some change per year that I will be spending or giving to AT&T if I let them continue to gouge me this way, which I will not. By me just moving that one line, I've already cut that expense by $500. You know, AT&T, I'm really disappointed in them, because, you know, I was with AT&T a long time ago, right when they started offering broadband or like high-speed internet. Right in the beginning of 2002, when I got my very first iMac computer. They were super reasonable. There were no issues. And then Comcast came along and absorbed them, or they became Xfinity, Comcast, whatever they want to call themselves. And as time went on, I started to have issues with them here and there, but we would always work it out. And then after I sold my first house and we moved into our new house, everything became a nightmare. And this was Comcast, by the way. This was no longer AT&T Broadband or any of that. This is Comcast, their high-speed internet. I ended up finally leaving them for AT&T Fiber, which I did a bunch of videos about it, but I never posted them because I got worried about it coming back on me in a negative way. But these days, people just talk about whatever. You know, I'm trying to inform the consumers here. I'm just trying to help people. So anyway, I went through some hard times with them for a good around 3 years after closing on the new house. Finally, someone from AT&T stopped by the house, and I normally tell people, solicitors, to go away. I won't do anything with a solicitor. But the guy says, we're with AT&T Fiber. I said, sign me up. Sign me up right now. I don't care what it is, what we got to do. Put me on the list. He goes, well, we're installing it. We're going to have it up and running in about a month. I said, fine, sign me up. I'm in. Anything to get away from Xfinity, Comcast. So anyway, went to AT&T. Things were great for a while, but then I started having a lot of issues with their modem. Once again, I filmed videos, but for some reason, I don't know why, I did not release them, but it was about those Google hockey puck Wi-Fi things. I tried to work those with the AT&T network. It was a complete disaster, and it was an utter and complete failure. And I got so frustrated with it, and I said, you know what, I guess I'm gonna have to go back to Comcast because this is not working out. And long story short, I met someone who had some connections, and before I knew it, AT&T was giving me their newest modem. They took that piece of crap modem that they gave me in the first place back, gave me this new modem that works great, gives me great coverage all around the house. I wired up the Ethernet system, which I've done in like the past few homes I've lived in. I did all that, got the home all wired for Ethernet. Everything has been great for the most part. Like, I've had no more internet issues, but the phone issues have continued. They've been very, very and it's been mainly with the billing. They just do these little tricky things with the billing, and I always have to call them and tell them to sort it out. It's a nightmare. So now here we are, a few years after that, and I am looking to possibly move all of my lines away from AT&T proper because they are not doing me right as a longtime customer. I've been a customer of, now they were Singular was doing me right, then AT&T took them over. They were still doing me right, treating me right, but on the cell phone side, they just do not treat you right, and none of these providers do. I guess that's my point. They do all this stuff to get you to join them, but then after you're with them for a while, once the honeymoon comes to an end, it's time to file for divorce, and that's not good. So if any of you guys are having those problems, or you want to share your experiences, or you have any questions for me, please let me know. I have literally been with every cell phone provider that you can pretty much name. I have not been with Mint Mobile, and I have not been with Cricket, but I've been with just about everyone else. And I gotta tell you, I'm exhausted, like doing all this jumping around and everything. So let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching this video if you made it this far. All the other videos I've been promising and the things I've been posting here, all that stuff will come to fruition. I give you my word. Just give me time. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to all of you. Happy New Year. I'll have another video out to you soon.